As we celebrate the summer of 2016 and now look back, something is very clear. This has been an all-star season for so many talented supervisors. We appreciate so much the work that was done by all of you. Thanks for making this summer special, sweet, sensational, and one for the books, which now has been written with your names positively all over it. And I know I spoke about it at the staff banquet, but there are more voices and more stories to share. Enjoy. This has been your summer, and these are your stories.
What an amazing space that we've created this summer, and what love and joy we've spread and passed on to the campers and staff. And in that vein, I just want to say to all of you, here's a toast to you. Thank you so much for the summer of 2016.
Wow, our supervisory team is probably the strongest set of staff members at camp that I've ever seen, and that means I've been going to camp since 1990. That says a lot. From our village supervisors who have cared for our children so well, to our program area supervisors who have created amazing programs for our kids to learn new skills, try new activities, create new hobbies. I couldn't have imagined a better group of people to lead our charge to make such a huge impact and difference with all of our kids. But not only that, the mentoring that they've given to our staff members, which really speaks volumes to the characters, the characteristics that they hold near and dear, is that they're truly finding people to become the next leaders in camp and allowing them the opportunity to shine. So no matter how long you guys stay at camp, no matter how short your impact may be by being physically on camp, your impact will never hold any bounds. That your impact will be here forever because you've given a gift to so many kids and so many staff members that will make Tamarack camps relevant for another 114 years. And so relevant that it makes me want to do a dance. You guys make me feel so good and so happy. But to be honest with you, I didn't hire any of you. Debbie hired you, so I don't even know why I'm talking.
Waterfront supervisors, Patrick, Kenny, Michael, Molly, you guys are all amazing. The way that you run your spaces, you really owned it. Safety first, fun second, friendship third.
When Erica called me to tell me that she could still come back to camp, I think I was like screaming in the phone because I was so excited. And the fact that you were excited about coming to a TEED made us so happy. You love our kids, and that's all we want, is someone to love our kids and to want to be with our kids. And you've done everything to make a TEED a wonderful, positive place.
Erica Leaf, I am so happy that Walt Disney World have not heard about you yet, because they would probably steal you from us and I will not be happy. Your bubbly smile and your amazing personality radiance and affects everybody around you, and I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to see you grown so much throughout the years. I just love you. You make me happy.
Oh, I love Erica. Erica is so great with all of the kids. She is able to work with kids from, how old's our youngest? 17 months old all the way to a 12-year-old, and she does a great job balancing it. I also love her bubbly personality even when things are not always going as planned. I love Ariel because she is not afraid to speak her mind and doesn't give a shit what other people think about her. What's awesome about Ariel is her passion. She is very dedicated and feels very strongly about so many things.
You know, things happen where we got to give you the position that you applied for, and you've really impressed us with your maturity and your passion for camp and for those staff and those campers. you know, with being a new village and having the donor come in, and you know, you've really been a great supervisor for Applebaum this year.
Thanks. Sarah reminds me a lot about myself. She can be really, really, really sweet and can also be really, really fierce, which is a great quality.
Sarah Fisher.
Sarah always has so much energy and enthusiasm for her village. She tries to get to know every camper, who they are, and figure out what they need to have a great time. Jake has done an amazing job with a really tough village in Deroy. Those boys are having the time of their lives. He knows all the kids, making sure they're all having a good time.
What's awesome about Jake is that he is a rare find for Deroy Soup. He really cares about his kids and his campers and knows everything that's going on in the village and personally with the kids and staff. I love that Danielle is such a sweet, kind spirit and genuinely cares about the kids.
Tell me
Oh,
something.
I also love that Danielle has such cute clothes. She's a really good dresser.
Elle always looks like she's having the best time with her group, always doing something fun, enjoying all the campers, and helping them have a great first experience at camp.
Yes.
Okay. Michael is a leader, and not just at water ski, but throughout camp. And he's such a hard worker, and he's always looking for ways to improve his space, but not only his space, like everywhere on camp, and he involves himself anywhere that he can. His staff respect him.
I think Michael has a heart of gold. He wants every kid and every staff member to be able to get up on water skis, and genuinely takes pride in knowing that they were able to accomplish something, even if it was going on a tube ride at a really slow pace, just being able to get a kid or a staff member who wouldn't get in the water. And I think he wants camp to be a better place.
I'm nervous to go water skiing, but I feel like, you know, he makes me feel comfortable. I think his program is top notch. I know that, you know, they're doing programs when they don't have to, and that's because of his leadership.
I see him dancing with kids one minute, and then the next minute checking and making sure his boats are in top working order. I really
I mean, creative genius. He makes Jewish programming and being Jewish fun and interesting. And you know, he's a camp rabbi. He's everything that we would want in a camp rabbi that we've been talking about for years. Like we've had rabbis come and go, and he is everything that works here at Tamarack, and we're very lucky to have him.
Rabbi Ben, you are an amazing human being, and I think this camp is so lucky to have someone like you here. Not only because the staff are the happiest having those yoga sessions with you, also something about your vibe, the burrito song, your tenderness. You're just insanely amazing. And
Our supervisor of soul, both personally and professionally, is just a wonderful person, a great friend, and such a strong leader, and an unbelievable gift to our camp.
Rosie has done an amazing job taking a staff and a herd of horses and made them a world-class program. She is doing an excellent job keeping everybody healthy and happy, and that is no small feat with 30 horses. So I'm so impressed with her work ethic, her ability to see these animals and know when there's something wrong and know how to handle it, as well as her ability to keep staff engaged and excited about a really difficult job. She has done an amazing job this summer, and I'm so grateful.
You know, she gives us a lot of comfort that she's ran like a very successful, safe program in a very popular area.
Because I think just in the sweetest, calmest way, she leads supervisors, she gets things done around camp, she works so well with her staff. I just feel comfortable knowing that she's one of our supervisors at camp.
So Rosie has done such a beautiful job helping kids be comfortable in the area that sometimes they're really afraid of, and finding something new that they really enjoy. And she's done a great job helping Avodah participants find their true potential and find a place to work and feel valuable in camp.
Hannah Jari, I remember hiring you a few years ago in London, and we said that you're going to be an amazing multimedia supervisor. You really took on the area and you did everything in your powers to make it engaging and interesting and fun. You connected to the campers in senior side and you care so much, and I think it shows in everything that you're doing. So thank you very much for an amazing summer.
Hannah. I think Hannah does an amazing job at multimedia. I have learned that what she does is not easy at all, and the productions that she puts on are amazing.
Every year Brooke impresses me more, and you know, it's very easy to just come back and do the same thing, but that's never okay with Brooke. You always elevate it, brought in new artists in residence, brought in new projects, experience. You know, been the mother of Amanut, and the stuff that's coming out of Amanut is very impressive.
Oh, Brooke! I think Brooke does an amazing job at Amanut. I was just there, and I walked past the table and they were doing these paper mache letters, something that I would put in my house. I think that the artwork that the kids come home with is unbelievable.
The creativity and the program and it's just cool stuff, and you know, has everybody interested in Amanut, you know, all levels. It's so cool.
Is such an awesome addition to summer camp being on Camp Moss. She has made the Teva Center something incredible. I could not have possibly imagined what that center would have looked like if Bailey wasn't there. She's made it beautiful and engaged kids with really exciting science and nature-based programming, which isn't always an easy thing to do. And she inspires her interns and staff to work harder and be better people every day, and she's always doing it with a smile. She is so much fun to work with.
I, you know, feel very lucky to work with Bailey. I'm excited to work with you in the future. What you've done with this Teva Center is insane and super impressive. You have so much knowledge about the subject and passion for the subject that we're very, very lucky to have you here at Tamarack.
I think you're starting a program out of nothing, and it's a favorite. And you know, campers just are loving Teva, and what's camp without a solid, strong, phenomenal nature program? You know, I love going there too.
Amazing supervisor. He really cares about all of the boys in the village. He really likes to understand them and what they need to have a great experience.
I think Daniel is outstanding. I think he connects with all of his campers and makes a point of connecting with all of his campers and all of his staff, and just expects so much of them. He's just super effective and funny and cares about every camper. It's such a pleasure working with him every day.
I think Mara's been waiting to be a supervisor her whole life. I think as a camper, it's what she wanted more than anything, and she's done it and has provided her girls with an incredible summer because she is giving them what she truly believes a camper's experience should be, and she's living it with them, and I think that really provides the experience. When we say supervisors, you know, dance with your campers, clean up with their campers, that's where she is. She's with them all the time, having a good time, and it shows through all of her campers.
Karen.
Mara has done an amazing job with a really tough age group. Those girls are having an amazing time. And going from such a big village to such a small village, she's kept the energy and the spirit alive, and we're so proud of her for that.
He is such a fantastic guy to work with. We get to work together all year long, and he constantly surprises me with how willing he is to do everything. Despite the fact that we all like to make fun of him and give him a lot of hassle in terms of our working relationship, but we do it because we love him and he's our little brother. And I just feel so proud of him. He's come a long way, and this year especially with boating and canoeing, he's done such a great job to get all of his staff around him and run a really successful program. So I'm really proud of him.
Patrick is a happy guy. I have the pleasure of working with him all year, and he's the first one to jump up and say, I will help with that, what can I do? He is a by the seat of your pants kind of a gentleman, and he always tells me to wing it, and I wish I was as flexible as he is.
Patrick, I've had so much fun getting to know you even better this summer. I love what you've done with BNC. I love your passion for BNC. And just your happiness to be at camp. It makes me smile to see you, doing, basically anything. You've helped out with a lot of other things outside of the waterfront, which we have been greatly appreciating.
Jacqueline is a mentor. Jacqueline is a mentor to other supervisors, and I think beyond mid-sized supervisors, but I know I watch her mentor them. And mentors staff and connects with her campers and doesn't look for a whole lot of recognition but deserves it, and just effective. And I've also had the pleasure of seeing her growth from last year to this year, and it is notable.
You're a born leader, and we're very lucky that you chose. It's our dream that someone returns to the same area, and that we feel very lucky that you chose to come back to Berman and really help mentor the other mid-sized supervisors to how to be a supervisor, and really made mid-sized strong. Your staff love you, your campers love you, passion for Berman and what it is, and
She understands Berman, she understands her girls, and I think that'd be true anywhere in camp.
I can go on and on about Alec. His passion is so deep, and Alec can be the one who will be the loudest cheerer and the coolest, most creative programmer, and lay down the law when necessary, and then speak from his heart when a camper is nervous or anxious or sad, and can empathize like no one I've seen, and it's truly a gift.
Alec is a great supervisor. He's always working really hard to help the staff learn how to meet their potential, help the kids have fun, help everyone feel safe, and just make it a really strong village.
Alex Shapiro is my baby dragon. He is so creative and is really a genius. The way he brought his touch and magic and wisdom to both Maccabias to create a more Jewish in an unbelievable way are insane to me.
Has a great work ethic that she instills within her staff, and she is one of those supervisors who balances being a supervisor and being their friend really, really well. That she is always on, she's always working, and she's always focused on being able to run her beach the safest that it possibly can be. Also having fun.
Molly runs a tight ship on Sobel. She's making sure every camper is safe and having a great time in the waterfront. She's doing a great job with her staff.
Should be Supervisor of the Year.
He really cares about the campers. That's his first goal at camp, is to make sure that the campers are having fun and enjoying themselves. So he really puts energy into that. He's quiet, but he's still a strong leader. He is always very consistent, keeps his emotions in check, and he runs a really, really good village.
Back, and I've seen him have his best summer yet. The relationship that he has had with his campers is unlike any other supervisor at camp. I watched at Havdalah when all the rest of the supervisors want to be on stage, him go sit with his kids, which to me is incredible for a village supervisor. It's really impressive.
It was really wonderful seeing Cal on the senior side, and missed working with him so closely this year, but it was a pleasure seeing him in a co-ed village, in a village that focuses on co-programming, and I think that he nailed it and navigated it and was able to travel with his Hermelin campers to a more mature place, and it was really special for everybody.
Jordan K.
Jordan's got a lot of passion in camp. One of the things that she cares most about is camp being successful. And she wants to do whatever she can to help the camp be successful, whatever that means for her. And she started for years and years of being a camper. She knows what that was like. She's able to use those experiences as a camper and a staff to help her be a better supervisor. And it really shows her what she does need to do.
Your passion for camp is incredible. You would do anything for this place, and it shows through your work.
Lee was a Ohio staff a couple years ago, and she had a great supervisor, and she's been able to follow and use the kinds of things that she learned as a staff member in Pioneer and apply it as herself and really help herself to be a better supervisor. And she's doing a great job at that.
She really listened, and there were certainly times that she'd come to me, and I respect, knowing when to ask knowing to ask questions, and I think that she really was wonderful at learning and growing and accepting feedback, and then showing her campers just a terrific summer. And I know that she was nervous, and I think that the final product was an incredible village.
Leah, I have watched grow from a camper to a staff to a supervisor, and has done incredible things in all of those areas. As a person, as a supervisor, as a camp person, I'm so proud of her. She's done an incredible job with her village this summer.
Gabe, I can't remember when Havdalah sounded so good. You are phenomenal, and the way that you care and the way that you ride on everything with the logistics aspects of everything that you're doing, running your staff members, making sure that they grow and they're getting better and they work and they rehearse. I love the way that you listen and the way that you perform, and I think you bring such a pleasure and joy to this camp, and we are very lucky to have you. So thank you for everything you've done this summer. I love you very much, and we'll talk soon, I guess.
Gabe is always willing to go the extra mile. He'll do anything that we need him to do well, with a smile on his face and enthusiasm. Always brings something new to every area.
Because Gabe gets asked to do a lot of things, and I always see him just do it. He never sits and argues. He never says, okay, let me do it in a minute. He does what he has to do right away, and he always, always, always is willing to help out.
Robert, I think camp was so lucky to have you this summer. With everything that happened, the way you jumped into the job, and your calmness and concentration, your amazing organization skills that I have no idea even how you do that. I've never seen a drama supervisor or a theater supervisor not yelling or getting upset or getting angry or being dramatic. You on spot, and you've done amazing shows, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you for whatever you do.
Robert. I think Robert is a great addition to our supervisor group. He, you can often see him participating in a lot of Bright Inside activities. He's really trying hard to learn camp, and will often jump in when help is needed.
Nikki is extremely organized. I don't think I've seen someone as organized in, a long time, and she will jump in to do anything that we ask her, which has been a huge help this summer. I remember when the JCC day camp was here and I asked her just to help me move luggage, and she was on it with a truck and a staff member to help. So she's someone we always can count on.
A specialty area that isn't always innately cool, and helps to make it cool. It helps to bring life and energy and all that ruach to JP, because she believes it, and really elevated that specialty area this year in really, really fun ways. And she was fun to work with. And then all around camp, also just loves being a supervisor and being a leader in this camp, and took on responsibilities for all sorts of programs.
Nikki has this energy around her, this can do. You ask her to do anything and she's on it. I think she's an equally strong specialist supervisor, and with the campers she's amazing. The kids seem to really like her, and I trust her with everybody, which is a nice feeling to have.
Awesome.
Ethan looks like he's having just as much fun at camp as all of the campers. I love to see his enthusiasm.
Ethan is a camp director. I remember when we interviewed and went through the interview process with him, he said it was something that he's always wanted to do, is be a camp director. And I said to him, being the land sports supervisor is semi-being a camp director. You're managing a lot of different areas or keeping them organized, and he's done an excellent job at it. And I love when he would jump in on circus day and dress up in, a clown costume and dance at Dega with all the other supervisors, and really jumped into being at camp and what camp is.
Austin, 2010, you were sneaking out of your Kuji, and look where are you now. I was so thankful in May when you said yes and you jumped in to be a part of this amazing team. I cannot imagine this summer without you. Your energy and your smile and your vibes and your dance and everything that you're doing, you're just amazing, and I love you, and I cannot wait to see what's coming up next and to see you in the future.
You always make me smile, even if you're scared of me, and I wish you weren't. I think you've jumped in and done a wonderful job. You're on top of all of the recs with, everything that you need for TSS. I feel very bad when I have to say no, because you have such a passion for wanting to create great programs and have the recs that you need for your programs.
And Austin is so much fun, and also just cares about everything that he does. He has this incredible energy that's strong and powerful, and he can step back when he needs to. Also creating some amazing leaders at camp.
Anat, we are closing a circle. You were TSS in 2009 and now you are a supervisor in 2016. It was very moving summer for me, and I'm really happy that I basically gained you back, and you are incredible. They were so lucky to have you. Your programming skills and everything you put into this program was beyond unreal. I could only imagine the program would become such a good program, and it's a lot thanks to you, so I appreciate you and I love you.
You have such a passion for TSS. We're very lucky that you have come back to do it, and put your heart and soul into the program, and definitely wanted to leave your mark, and we're very lucky that you did that.
Anat is really cool. I sort of wish I could be a Nat when I grow up. I just think she's gentle but fierce and has a lot of good things to say about everything, but she's a great listener and will step back and just pay attention to it all. I respect her very much for that.
Omer, this summer for me is a dream come true. I remember sitting with you in the office in Jerusalem in the Jewish Agency a few years ago and imagining that we will arrive to this position. You are so caring and so thoughtful and creative. You literally take an amazing leadership over the program, and I think the TSS were very lucky to have you this summer. I was having the best time working with you, and I can't wait to see what's coming up next. Thank you for everything that you've done.
Omer's got a real sweetness, and always impresses me just with like gentle and effective, both with males and females in TSS, and respected with other staff and supervisors. I think people really listen when he speaks.
Omer, you're a born leader. You're the jack of all trades. You're someone we know we can always count on to do whatever we need and to run a successful program with, collecting all the evals and being on top of everything. There's a lot to organize within TSS, and you've done a wonderful job.
Omer has this amazing quiet energy. Omer, I feel like we haven't spoken too much this summer, but I know when you're around things will go smoothly, and I know how passionately you care about everything you do. You're creating some amazing leaders at this camp.
Her spirit and her organization. She, took on when we needed her to jump in and go on the specialty trip. It wasn't even like any ifs, ands, buts. It was just, I'm going and I'm going to have the best trip ever.
She's the mom in the group, and I think that was very much respected at Trip Center. And, a lot of fun, a lot of learning. And I always love when leaders show their willingness to learn. I think that shows leadership, and I think that's what's one of the things that's really great about Alexis.
And Alexis's passion for tripping, her knowledge of the backcountry, her knowledge of the campers and the staff blew me out of the water. I also think she just has such a kind, sweet personality.
He jumped into something that wasn't easy. We've been planning, and I've been working with the other supervisors for a long time, and he jumped right in as if he's been there for the whole year since we hired all the rest of the supervisors. He has a great passion for Trip Center and great ideas, and I think he's done an excellent job.
I loved working with Rowie. He helped me out in a lot of ways, both Rowie, I'm in a crunch for a snack, can you help me out? And really helping. When I had questions about campers on trips, he made it his job to check in and find the answers, and it was just so appreciated, and just a great leader who owned this job really well.
Also, a passion for an area, and even though he has been a supervisor before, he took on a whole new role this year, and we learned together of all the stuff that goes into this role, and he did an excellent job. He's very easy to talk to. I know once I tell Gareth to do something, he can get it done and get it done well. He's extremely organized, and he really loves Trip Center and loves the trippers and wants to educate the other supervisors on being great supervisors, and he's a great role model.
I think Gareth is a leader and a mentor, and I think he's the one with the big screams, and then but truly motivates the campers and the staff. Really is always balancing fun and learning and safety in a way that just appears fun.
I get to work with her all year long, and she is one of the hardest working people I have ever known. She always expects the best from people and always gives her best, so that is a really great way to inspire by role modeling, and I cannot tell her how much I appreciate her every day.
Jess Watley. How do you thank someone for being awesome all of the time? She expects the best out of her staff and is a fantastic trainer, leader, facilitator, and she trains her staff to be able to facilitate the safest programs and the most comfort zone breaking activities here. She's one of the hardest workers I know. Kenny is one of the most caring and introspective people that I know. He is a you get what you see kind of a person who will give you feedback on point, good or bad, and then hours later he is constantly thinking it over whether or not it came out the positive way that he was hoping that it would. He is an incredibly professional individual who runs his beach amazingly.
Kenny, I knew you were going to be a great soup when we, last year when we first hired you. You have a maturity about you that you put safety first, and you know the importance of safety. You have such a passion for your beach.
This dance is for everybody.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, you want more
keep
dance?
Going with dance.
But it was a good dance. Yeah!
Awesome.
I switch how I talk. I talk to them and then not to them.
I think camp is so lucky to have you. All the amazing job that you're doing.
Jake is a rare find for a Sup of Applebaum. He knows his kids and his staff.
Zero.
Yoga and physical activity. Physical activity is the wrong word. So that's you can walk through. It's okay. We can edit.
This is,
we're making. Yeah, this is the office. Come on in.
But you should maybe.
I gotta tell you, I got lost.
You got lost?
Yeah, I came from downtown Detroit.
Downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
Jake asked me permission about everything, even down to, can I take a nap? Whereas most people would just go and take the nap, Jake asked permission.
What's awesome about him?
Right here.
Go say it again.
Again?
Again!
I don't even remember what I said. Tamarack Waterfront staff, supervisors. I would never make it in the showbiz.
I'm lucky to have him.
I need to take off the glasses because you look like you were beaten by someone.
What does that mean?
Like somebody punched you and you're trying to cover for it.
No, I just look old. Look at my wrinkles.
Nobody sees it. You know how far it is? You know how far?
It's not that far.
You want? Oh. Do the same for Molly.
Do it.
Molly.
No, do
No,
it.
with a smile.
Is that Ariel is very passionate about herself, and she really has a true inner bitch, which I really appreciate. In a good way, not a bad thing.
Let's put you there. Oh, so it's like you have to sing or something. Well, I guess I don't even need to sing. Da da.